Every word, every sentence in this entire movie has to do with family. Everything. And Knight's told us that from the beginning, and you have to keep it in mind throughout this whole thing. Family is the main thing in this movie.
Every scene is relating to this subject, two different philosophies on it. And so you kind of have the Fire Lord and Zhao's side of it, which relegates family to a lower place and puts other agendas above it. Most of the other characters, Katara, Iroh, convey this philosophy that the family is your strength. The movie is about everyone's journey and place in this kind of philosophy of family. And Aang's major issue is that he's lost his family. You know, he ran away, and when he came back, they're all gone. And Katara is slowly building him a new family.
At the end of the film, when everything's lost, you know, Ahsoka yells at Aang, you know, like, you gotta do something, you gotta help us. And then Aang steps up for his family.
That's probably one of my most powerful scenes.
This poetic moment that, can you end a blockbuster on a symbol? And when I was writing the movie, I was like, dude, I can't have this guy kick butt at the end of the movie. That's not what this movie's about. That can't be what he learns. Can we do this in a symbolic gesture and take everybody's breath away?
I start crying my eyes out because I remember Monkey Atso, and I start doing this very, very elegant Tai Chi form. I'm going through all these moves.
It started with tragedy, because he has to open himself up to all of his pain and his loss.
He's been trained that in order to bend water, you need to let your emotions completely surrender to them and let them out.
I want it to be about pain becoming power, and power strength, and then strength can turn into triumph. But you have to slowly go through that process with him.
Covering your ears really helps you block out everything. Like, if somebody's joking around, that totally brings you out of the scene. Covering your ears really helps with staying focused, and you just think about something like really, really sad. You get into that scene. It's so amazing to be in the moment.
It's really the biggest moment in the movie, visually, spiritually, emotionally. James's score is unbelievable. I think it's his single best score he's ever written.
It's a triumphant moment, yet it is filled with struggle, and it is aspiring to something and maybe backing off, and then aspiring again and backing off, much in the way a wave would behave.
Tears become strength. The best moment in a fight is after you get hit, and then you come back and go, now I'm not scared of anything. See your expression and where you are, you're looking, and then you go boom. That's what we need to find. That's what I want to come in on, okay? Can you do that?
One of the biggest green screen shots was that crying scene that I had, and I literally had to imagine all my friends being killed by the Fire Nation, and that's how I got into my scene. I watched.
The story is about him learning how to bend water, and what water teaches us acceptance. So something that he hasn't been thinking about is the loss of his family and his culture. So finally on the wall, he allows himself to deal with the grief and the loss.
The Avatar state is when I get highly emotional, and my eyes start lighting up and my tattoos light up, and I am incredibly mad or sad or anything that gets me angry. Working on a green screen is definitely different. Having to imagine what's going to be there and how beautiful and amazing and intense or harsh or anything that it is. I mean, we did 18 angles on one form. The wave's literally going to be like 100 feet tall.
Shooting that day and the emotion with him and the beautiful choreography that Ben came up with, it was amazing to see, and a difficult moment for Noah. I know he was worried about it the whole movie, about this moment on the wall. The latent beauty of what he was doing and the emotion filtered through in every gesture. Noah's martial arts, it's graceful and poetic. You really see it in the moves on the wall at the end. Awesome, look at that. There is an emotional heart to each of my movies. That's it for this movie. It's the last scene in the movie, is the heart of the movie. That he would bow through all the fear and through everything and do what he didn't do 100 years ago.
In one of the flashbacks that I have with Monkey Atso, I walk up and I'm about to bow. I don't bow. You know, I don't accept that role as the Avatar. It's when I run away.
And how much they need him, the emotion of that, and his friends bow. That was something we came up in rehearsals, that Katara and Ahsoka would join the group.
When I walked down that stair with Nikki, and we saw all these people sitting there, and they just all bow down. And it was so great to have that feeling of, you know, come at me, that kind of thing. It's pretty crazy. Everybody bowing to me was a really powerful scene. finally accept that I'm the Avatar.